Right, so following on from my video about using OpenDNS in Ubuntu, in this video I'll be showing you how to set up ddclient to automatically update OpenDNS with your dynamic IP address. Now for most home broadband, your IP address changes every time you turn the router on or off. It might even change every 24 hours too. Now you need to have some method of notifying OpenDNS when your IP address changes. It also could be used if you're hosting a website from your computer. You need to have a method of automatically updating when your IP address changes. And some routers come with a feature to automatically update your dynamic IP address to certain websites like DynDNS.com. But if you have a router like mine, like BT Home Hub, it doesn't have the ability to use a custom website. You get free websites, none of which can be used with OpenDNS. Now that's where I have to use ddclient. So it's an application or service application running in Ubuntu which will automatically update. It's the website that uses DNS-O-Matic.com, automatically updates DNS-O-Matic with my IP address when it changes. So I do that. I've got a few instructions written up there and I'll put a note of those in the description below. So what we need to start with is sudo apt-get install ddclient. So pop in your administrator password. Now it has an automatic setup here. So dynamic DNS service provider. Now you could use any one of those listed above, but the one we're using, as I mentioned earlier, is DNS-O-Matic.com. So choose other, dynamic DNS server. Now that will be all.dns-omatic.com. Dynamic DNS update protocol, that's DynDNS2. Username for dynamic DNS service is whatever username you set up on DNS-O-Matic, so I'm just going to put username here for now. That's not what I've got. And then put your password in. Network interface used for dynamic DNS service. Not applicable at the moment, so just press enter. Then DynDNS fully qualified domain names. That will be, I just entered the wrong information earlier. That first IP address was updates.dns-omatic.com. This one is all.dns-omatic.com. I'll have to go back to the config file and change that. Right, so we've got two changes to make. So run sudo gedit or sudo nano, whichever one you prefer. Sudo gedit etc default ddclient. Right, gedit not found. What do they use in Mint? I've forgotten. Well, if it's not gedit, so I don't mean nano. So run IP up, that's false. Run daemon is true. Now set your interval between updates. Now my IP address doesn't change that often, so I'm going to 3600, which is equal to 1 hour. Then press Ctrl X, save changes, yes. And press enter. Now we need to change sudo nano etc ddclient.conf. So we need to add a couple of parts into here. So we need to type in daemon equals 3600, SSL equals yes, protocol DynDNS2, yeah. In that line we enter use equals web, comma, space, web equals my ip.dns-omatic.com. Server, I did enter this wrong earlier. This is updates.dns-omatic.com. There's your login and username details. So press Ctrl X, save modified buffer, yes, press Y, then enter, and that's it. Now test it out to see if it's working. Type in sudo ddclient -daemon equals 0, debug, verbose, noquiet, and you can just double check it to see if it's working, so press enter. And surprise, surprise, it will say authorization failed, unauthorized. I didn't actually put in my username and password, but if you do it correctly, it will come up with authorization succeeded. We can double check on DNS-O-Matic to see if it's updating my IP address, so just check the time it was last updated. So that's how to use DD-Client to automatically update your dynamic IP address with DNS-O-Matic and OpenDNS. Once you've got it set up there, you don't need to put that command in again. The service will automatically run when your computer boots up, and then it updates subsequently, and it automatically updates every hour. You just don't need to see it running on the screen. So thanks for watching, see you later.